Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is the National Football League. Rodgers and the New York Jets versus Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here is Braden Narbison ready to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Straight ahead is Hall. Runs through the contact. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
of the gun. They run it with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. And there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, they didn't get the opening drive touchdown that they wanted here for the home crowd, but they do take the early lead with a field goal.
And I think the emphasis on the word early is what's important, right? Get going, get settled, take your 3. Plenty of time left to try and put 6s on the board. And what you've done on offense gives you clues about what you can do later to turn them into touchdowns.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Love looking to throw it. And he is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Here we go. Black 40.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 17-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing. Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 8-yard line.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Love. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed from 8 yards out. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Braden Narvison out for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Rodgers now on first down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. Here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A handoff for Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a give to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Here's a 2nd and 8 as they've got it as we resume action. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. 3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Love, they go play action now. Throw caught by Musgrave. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Love. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
50, green.
On play action, Love to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Quentin Williams able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Love. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Braden Narbison down to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Now they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They give it off here to the tight end. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Narvison now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, this is Corley. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Williams, the man in motion left. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Packer 1st down.
Okay, right?
Back to throw. Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Play fake. Here's Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. New York ready to go again offensively. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 48 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield and broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On second down, Love once more. Completed out left to Dobbs. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And look at the big man rumble. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now Narbison for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Hall again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7 from the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Second and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Packers.
Set, ready. 45, right.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Now second and 9.
Love looking to throw it. Touchdown!
Christian Watson
From 19 yards away.
and the Packers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Narbison now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Love. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here's Braden Narvison now to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Narvison's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Now Hall to start the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 18 yards the gain for number 18. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 41, this is second and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rodgers. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's second and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Throwing. Love work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Ready, break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw now, here's Love. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In motion right goes Reed. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Here we go. Yellow. 43.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Second and 11. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Are you ready? 10 black.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So a win here for the Packers, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.